Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi there, folks. Thanks for joining us for this month's Antonelli's Cheese Club. We are on our first stop of our European summer tour, celebrating all the delicious cheeses of Italy, and I am so excited to dive into all these goodies. My name is Matt, and this is Pam. We are two of the event hosts at Antonelli's, hosting guided tastings every weekend. Come and join us sometime, and I hope everybody has their Italian cheeses in front of them, because we are about to dig in.
Matt, you want to know something?
Please.
I am wearing a shirt that has all the animals that are represented in the cheese today.
Oh, I love that. We have a cow, a goat, a sheep, and a water buffalo.
Yes.
That's super cool. Yeah.
Can I tell you about our first one?
Please.
Okay, this is called Bocconcini di Longa, and it is a small, round, bloomy rind cheese, right?
It's gorgeous.
A goat cheese, and it has cream in it. It's called Little Mouthful. So, you
just want to take a whole bite out of that.
Just take a whole bite of it. It's from the Piedmont region, so like the northwest region of Italy, which is exciting because beautiful area.
Mm-hmm.
It's known for its distinct flavor, so sort of a goat minerality, earthiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some herbaceous flavors that are really nice.
And beautiful texture to it as well. I can feel it has this really nice creaminess inside. It's going to be really soft when you slice it open with this wonderful gooey texture. That'll be great spread on a nice crusty piece of bread. I feel like this is going to be such a snackable cheese that I'm really excited to enjoy, especially with these softer, creamier, a little bit tangier cheeses like the Bocconcini. I'm often looking for something a little bit sweet, a little bit acidic to pair with those tangy, creamy flavors. And so something like these maraschino cherries that we included in the box would be a really fun complement. These are a little different than the maraschino cherries that you might have gotten on your sundae growing up, because these are the real maraschino cherries. Marasca cherries is where we get the maraschino liqueur that gives those the beautiful candy sweetness, and you can see the color difference, really dark color here versus those candy red maraschinos I grew up with. But really nice tart, sweet flavor to those that I think will be great with that Bocconcini.
Yeah, this has a nice little, it's a bloomy rind, so it's got that texture that's all fudginess that's packed in there, and will be enjoyable with any kind of sweet little acidic yumminess.
Absolutely. The second cheese that we have in the box this month is one of our classics at Antonelli's. We've been serving this in the shop for years and years now, as long as I've been with the company. It's been one of my favorite cheeses, and especially for buffalo cheeses.
Me too, I love this one.
It's an icon. So we have Quadrello di Bufala for you as our second cheese in the box. This is going to be an aged water buffalo cheese from Quattro Portoni, producer in Italy that transitioned to aged buffalo cheeses like this one in the early 2000s, really trying to set themselves apart from other producers in their area. Buffalo's milk, really popular in Italy, and fresh buffalo milk cheeses are really common, but something that's aged like this is a little bit more special and unique. And I really love how the flavors of that buffalo's milk is expressed in the cheese.
Well, it's aged in the caves of Lombardy, which makes it really unique and special. It has a washed rind, so the way you can tell that this is a washed rind is it's going to have a little bit of the orange red coating on the outside, and that is unique. You can eat the rind. If you are questioning this, it's okay to.
I actually really like the rind on Quadrello. It has this like beef stock, really savory umami flavor to it. And you sometimes get some salt crystals on the outside, because that's where they wash it with salt. So really just hearty flavors to Quadrello. Put this on a nice hot sandwich or something. It's going to get really gooey and velvety and delicious, and those flavors will just be really satisfying.
Well, and you can tell that the buffalo is eating really well because of the color of this.
That
so good.
Really nice yellow color that you see coming through is actually an indicator those animals are eating a whole lot of grass, and the more grass that they're eating, the more yellow that milk will turn.
And it's high in fat, so yum, you're getting a really great cheese here, and it's one of my favorites.
It's beautiful. You can see even more of that color coming through in the next cheese, the Fontina d'Alpeggio, which I think is such a romantic cheese. It has this really sweet story. Fontina is a cheese from the Alpine region, where you would find things like Comte in France or Gruyere in Switzerland. They have Fontina in Italy. And these are cheeses where they would take their cows up into the mountains during the summer months, let them graze on all the best, freshest grasses and herbs and flowers, and create the most high quality milk that they could create these really beautiful cheeses from. So you get that really rich yellow color. The fact that this is Fontina d'Alpeggio means this is like the most supreme, most gorgeous version of Fontina, made with the cows that are getting just the best grasses possible.
I taste in this like roasted nuts. I get some grassiness, a little bit of hint of honey in this as well.
A little sweetness.
A little sweetness in it. It also has those crystals in there.
Crunchy bites. Yeah, nice texture. That one to me is a little bit more smooth and fudgy compared to the Quadrello. Has a little bit more of a crumble to it. And Fontina in particular is known as a gorgeous melting cheese. Italian fondue or fonduta would typically use a cheese like Fontina, and it just is fantastic for any sort of recipe in the kitchen.
Well, and this is made exclusively for that particular area. And so they use a certain kind of cow, like you had mentioned, that is up there in the mountains that's grazing, and just, yeah, really great washed-dried cheese.
It's lovely. And our final cheese in the box this month is a really cool, really delicious bite. This is Pecorino di Fossa. And so that name, very literal, means sheep cheese of the pit.
Can I tell you about this story?
Please.
So I really like this story because it's definitely unique. The particular cheese is it is aged in a pit, just an underground pit, just like you had mentioned, that's lined with straw. It's aged for about 4 months. So I guess this cheese began, sort of kind of a legend, I guess, but it began in the 12th century when the farmers were trying to hide their valuables. Well, cheese is valuable because they use it for trading and bartering and all kinds of things. So they would hide these, their cheeses and valuables in a pit to protect them from the pirates that were raiding their particular area or their farm. And every single wheel is different in texture, is different in shape, and can be different in taste depending on where it is placed in the cave.
Where it's buried. It's going to absorb flavors from that environment. So you do get this really nice, like, earthy minerality to go along with that roasty, nutty flavor of the aged sheep cheese.
Kind of spicy too. I have a little spice to it, and it has sort of a pronounced, sort of assertive flavor to it. Of I say broth.
Yeah,
a little broth, buttery.
A little savory element to it, absolutely. This one is a cheese that I've really been loving with a wine we're serving at our tasting room this month. It's a sparkling rosé made from Pinot Grigio, and on the farm they have sheep that graze through the vineyard, and they credit those sheep to keeping the soil at such a high quality, and so on every bottle they put a little string of sheep's wool just to credit their part in the process. So it feels like the perfect bottle to enjoy with a nice aged sheep cheese. Plus, anything bubbly is going to help cut through the creaminess and all the butter fat that you get out of really any of the cheeses on the plate. So if you have a nice bubbly bottle at home, try it out. Going to be a nice compliment for all these tasty Italian goodies.
Well, I always say open up your pantry and see what you have in there in the way of jams, chocolates, and even pickles. Just play around with it and taste with the acidity and the sweetness. I think you'll have fun.
We like to play with our food.
We do. It's okay too.
Outstanding, folks. I hope that you enjoy this Italian box of goodies as much as we will. Next month, we are really excited for our next stop on our European tour. We're going to be enjoying all sorts of tasty French delicacies. So we're going to say ciao for now. Next month, it's bonjour. So we'll see you in July.
Bye.